Hmm. Ah, yeah. Oh yeah. The wood rules this process. Totally forces the human and the tool to adapt. The wood rules. The more I can just go with the flow and let the wood do what it wants, the better. It's with life too. Gotta go with the flow. I gotta go with the flow. The more I get into a battle, the less creativity there is. There's no room for creativity in the battle. Or always room for creativity in the battle, but not the kind of creativity I'm looking for at this point. Been there, done that. Done with the battle. Leave that for the young bucks. I'm young, but that's compared to my father. Wow. Ooh, nice. Makes me happy. Okay. See, I just saw what I needed to see. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I gotta pivot from a shape, right? When we're creating, or when I'm creating, gotta pivot sometimes when the universe, in this case through the wood, or if one is building a protocol, the universe is the market. It's the universe telling us, right? What's the market telling us? Market doesn't lie, especially pure markets. Like on-chain finance markets don't lie, man. They can be manipulated like anything, but fully on-chain finance, a lot of tricks being played, right? That's why I carve, to see through the tricks in the games and the private cabals. DeFi is for the people. Anyone. Fuck the private cabals. Right? That doesn't mean I don't believe in privacy. I do. I'm a privacy and freedom maxi. It's just that humans retreat into private groups when they can't control public sphere. And that's good. It's good for business development, for strategizing and aligning. And then it's all about communicating in the public space. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. See this piece. This is Ouroboros. So Totemic art flow. I wrote all those other things, but that's all over here. But when I started to carve, I wanted to work on Ouroboros. And how it's going to be is it's going to be able to rotate like this. It's going to be able to, it means I'm going to drill a hole or carve a hole. I'll probably drill a hole, maybe here and here, and then probably have it on, yeah, be able to spin. Yeah, like that. Right? And so I'm working on this area right here, which there's always two sides, not always, but oftentimes two faces. This is one face of the Ouroboros, right? That's one face. That's the front face. And there's a lot in there, symbology. And then this side is this sort of, it's not a face, but it's the integration between the front face and the back face, which is this, the back face and like the guts of the operation are in here. And I'm carving the guts right now, and I'm making the connections between the front side Ouroboros and under the hood. All right, so that's Ouroboros, and it's a three-dimensional being, right? And this one over here, this is heavier. Right? This is the tight necks totem, right? We've got tight necks here. I don't know if you can, I don't know how much you can see, but, or if anybody's listening, it doesn't really matter. I'll share it anyway for posterity. So up top is Helios, King Helios, right? King Helios is just, it's the sun presence, it's the sovereign, it's the masculine freaking sky. It's very powerful. So Helios, that, you know, and for Helios, it's the Helios treasury. That's the value proposition of Helios. That and all the webs around Helios. So that's really freaking cool. This is Titan X. Titan X inspired this totem, just the idea of a creator builder community. That was the idea. And then individuals that can step into it. So that's Titan X. This is Dragon X. Dragon X launched. So Titan X launched, Dragon X launched, Helios launched. So these are the first three launches. And by the way, probably, yeah, I think it was after Dragon X. I think it was after Dragon X and before Helios when they dropped Eros down here, which is why Eros, the heart, is in the original Titan X totem. Now, the Titan X totem has every protocol in this. You know, I mean, there's Blaze in there, there's Inferno in there. And then on the back side, remember I told you there's a face, there's two faces. So the main one is Helios, Titan X, Dragon X, Eros. Eros is like at the bottom here, but I've been carving it. I'm going to force everyone to look at Helios, the big freaking heart. I mean, not Helios. Oh, yes, symbolically, it's not a surprise that Eros and Helios are at opposite ends of the spectrum in the carving. You know, art is like life, right? And I've been encouraging humans to just collaborate and move on from negativity and be positive, right? And create together, collaborate. So it's not a surprise that Eros is down here, Helios is up here, Titan X, Dragon X. Oh, and on the back side, ooh, the back side, right? I don't know if you can see it, but see, see the 28, 28. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, X28, right? So on the back, right on the back side of Titan X, X28 is just on the chain version of Titan X, and then up here is Shogun, right? Shogun's up there, and X28. And so one of the biggest mysteries is this backside. It probably needs me to carve it and to pay more attention, but I'm not going to do that now. There are other priorities, right? Once there's more insight into X28 and Shogun, I'll consider transforming the carving again. It must not be ready. I'm not ready. It's not ready. But this is ready. This and this is what I'm carving because those are the hot products right now. Eros, which is connected to pDai and Bear and PLS and Ouroboros. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Sacred Sundays, man. Everyone does sacred time differently, right? Long ago, I started, finding that my best chapels were in nature. My best flow was in art. I tend not to go for organized anything. I like freedom and responsibility. I do organize, but I also like the freedom of a flow. Yeah, okay, let's see. Let me see what I said I was going to talk about. Totemic art flow. Eros, I talked about that. pDai, I haven't carved pDai yet, but I've got Bear. I've carved Bear, pDai. Lotus, Lotus is beautiful. Lotus is beautiful flower. The protocol Lotus is beautiful too because it was it had a bug in the staking contract. And so it was an imperfect protocol, and the builder and the dev team pivoted to Eden, and the rest is history. And what it is it's a beautiful cap supply token. A lot of the supply has been put into LP, and then a small group of people have been buying it. And over a third of it, maybe half of the supply, I don't know, I need to look at the details, is on the Pulse Chain bridge. It's in the Pulse Chain wallet. We've been holding, like, I didn't buy tons of Lotus. I bought a little Lotus at the bottom. And I also had been mining Lotus from way back when. And so when it matured, I just bridged it over, bought some Eros with about 10% of it, and then put it in pair. So right now, Lotus is being revived. It's cap supply, no sellers, or not a lot of sellers. There's a diamond hand holder group. Same thing with Eden, and same thing with Smoke, which is I'm going to call it the Zara part of the Eros web, which is, it's a collection of tokens and a LP web that's connected with the Eros web through Smoke, Lotus, Eden, Shao. I'm going to extend that to the other things that I know that, actually, I won't go there. It's too complicated. But the point is that Lotus, Eden, and Smoke are 3 small cap meme coins at this point. Eden has a staking protocol and a mining protocol. It's the full protocol. It's basically Lotus reborn. And there is a transformation process and an arb between Lotus and Eden on Ethereum. But how we're doing it on Pulse Chain is that they're basically meme tokens, cap supply meme tokens that have beautiful brands and cap supply and in pairs with strength, particularly Eros. The reason why I like Eros to pair with, and the reason why I've been buying Eros and pairing it with my Titan X and my Pulse X is because Eros represents a PTGC clone, and PTGC is a world-class protocol. It's a blue chip in the making on Pulse Chain. And so I really like Eros because it's totally permissionless. There's no one in charge. It's a community initiated project to buy Eros, do a diamond hands, and keep on innovating with this gift that we received. So it is a world-class protocol, and I believe it's got world-class tokenomics, and it also has an RBOT army that keeps on buying and burning Eros. And so the more that we connect our meme tokens from Build on Titan X, like if they don't have another utility, if there's not a utility, then an asset, in my mind, is a meme token, right? That doesn't mean it's not going to have value. It just has a meme quality to it. And that's the primary utility other than the token economics and the utility that we get, for example, when I pair Lotus and Lotus and Eros. What happens when I pair Lotus with Eros is it gives my Lotus a use case. It gives me an LP pair, two coins that I like, that I'm just holding, right? And I'm getting exposure to Eros, which is an index token that integrates Titan X and Pulse Chain. Okay, I digressed. I'm supposed to be in Totemic art flow, whatever that means. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much, honestly. Let me go back to carving, and that's what I'm going to do for now. I will come back, whatever comes to my mind. I like smoke, personally, because I like the builder. And I like the token economics. Smoke started as a fee token on base, and now it's been transformed into a pure meme that can fly. It's got the original supply plus a little LP, and it's going to be very scarce. And I like the meme. I like smoke. I like Lil Blunt. I like ganja. You know, it's like the Rasta part of me who, and that likes the idea of cannabis and the idea that this is a plant that grows wherever. And it's not even actually necessarily about smoking it or getting high, though I like smoking ganja sometimes. But it's really just, I like it. It's fun, right? And it's attached to a cap supply token that in partnership with a fee sharing token and protocol like Eros becomes a fee sharing LP. I like that, right? It's fee sharing. So I have an individual token that's just been sitting in my wallet. I bridge it over. I put it in LP with another token I like, and I make passive income while I'm waiting for the altcoin market to pop off. But we are front running this alt cycle. We are. We started this about 10 weeks ago, and I think we've done really well to assemble some assets on Pulse Chain to pair them with strength and to see what's coming, right? We've been looking into the future. I personally saw Pulse Chain getting totally right legally. And today, yeah, as of tomorrow, actually legally, it's today is the first day. Sunday, June 6th or July 6th is the first day of legal certainty for Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hex, and Richard Hart as the founder of those tokens and blockchains, right? And so today it's huge. People, it's not, and by the way, it's not priced in. And it's not a surprise to me that pDai is starting to pump and has come off the bottom. And it's not a surprise that Hex is pumping today. And it's not a surprise that Pulse Chain and Pulse, it's not a surprise. Anybody that's been following, the bottom signals over on Pulse Chain, and anyone who has been following the legal battle that that team has been undergoing with the US SEC, and anyone like me who has seen both the regulatory risk but also now the legal certainty that's been delivered as of today understands the value here, which is why for me I wanted to, because I was someone that I'm Pulse Chain native. I mean, I've been on Ethereum and you know um, Phantom and Terra Luna, and I've been over in Cosmos, and I've been on Base, and I'm on Ethereum, but I like Pulse Chain because, not because of the decentralized ownership, because of the decentralized nature of the validator set and the decentralized nature of how development happens. It's led to a lot of scammy teams early on, but that'll work itself out. Communities will figure out how to protect self, right? But what we've got now for Pulse Chain, and this is what I think we did read right, and we can continue to go with the flow and the wave of capital that is going to flow back into Pulse Chain. Actually, it'll flow back into Pulse Chain, like what we're doing. And there's going to be a lot of new capital flowing into Pulse Chain. Let's talk in 3 months from now and look at the capital inflow versus outflow and what's actually happened. I think we're going to see a lot of change to the upside in Pulse Chain. And that's why I am like bridging over my Titnex assets, because I've spent a lot of time. The only assets that I'm not bridging over from Titnex are the assets are Ouroboros. Ouroboros doesn't need to be on Pulse Chain now. Ouroboros needs to be exactly where it is in the distribution phase and exactly where it is heading to other blockchains with USDX. But Ouroboros, ORX, the token will always be in my mind. It can fly, but it'll always be central to ORX on Ethereum. But, and other than my Titnex that I have in Ouroboros, almost everything else, all my other bot coins, which honestly wasn't that much, but I have been buying some. Also, I've been buying the bottoms, but it's all been bridged over and paired. Either I'm holding it in my wallets or I'm putting it into LPs that I like. And I'm choosing them based on, who I see, is interested in building community-based deep liquidity pools, right? And so right now, that's why I said Bear. Yeah, Bear and Lotus are our two deepest pools. And it's mostly because those are the pools that small groups of people like and are starting to put assets together that we like to set up for the bull run. And so we're going to keep on building out pairs that are designed around what people like, right? And the nice thing is they're all connected in the liquidity web. And so, yeah, and the asset that really benefits the most out of all of that LP web action and the R bots and the price differentials and the volatility up and down and even all the, all the action on the bridge. The R bots like the action on the bridge, I've learned, right? They're paying attention. The bots and the humans that are programming the bots are paying attention, are looking for yield. They're looking for volatility. They're looking for price differentials to make a buck here and there, right? And so the bots are loving the Eros web, and the Eros token loves the bots because we don't need humans for the Eros web to function. We need humans to keep on building the LP web, which is huge, right? And we need, but the humans, as long as we put assets into the LP web, the R bots will do the heavy lifting and buying and selling, right? There's going to be a lot of speculative buying of these assets when people start to see how, for example, Eros outperforms because it's leverage on leverage on leverage, right? All right, I need to carve a little bit. I'm going to keep this going. I have no idea if people, or if anybody's here, or if anyone cares to watch the carving, but I'm going to carve. And then if anything comes to my mind, uh, I'll come back and share it. Mm. And if there's anybody here that has a question, wants to engage, I prefer a dialogue. I mean, I can talk to myself, which is what I'm doing, but I prefer a dialogue always. Or not. It's all good. It's like performance art, I guess. I used to carve in Central Park and just try to avoid people. Where was I? Mm, damn. Yeah, this is hot, in my opinion. Okay, this is where I was working. It's amazing. The wood is so beautiful. Nice. When I can make a nice initial cut. It's like shooting a basket or any sport when you can get into the flow. Like I used to be able to get into the flow and score lefty, even though I'm righty, football player, soccer player. I could score lefty when I was in the flow, when I didn't think about it. Same thing with a piece of carving. If I'm in the flow, I just get into the flow and don't think at all. Yeah, I mean, that was an under. It's beautiful. Okay. See, this is a hard line that I'm doing right now. It's too early. All right. The wood is telling me no. I was ambitious. I wanted to shortcut. All right. I'll step back. It's like go to the other side. All right. I feel you. All right. I know why. Hmm. That worked. That worked. Hmm. Right on. I'm not ready. Okay. I'll slice my leg. I do that when I stop paying attention. See, this is what I'm working on right now. This was the piece that said, no, don't do me now. This, and it's because I was more ingrained in this side and I was working with it. This is a hard side, actually. This is not an easy side. This is easy. The front side was easy. The back side always has to adapt to the front side. This is the beautiful side. The back side is the sort of messier, funkier side. It's like under the hood. It's like all the reality of the product development, of the creation. That's under the hood, the backside. The front side is like the beauty. It's like there's a lot of hard work in a protocol behind the scenes. that most of us don't realize. Most of us, um, most of us in crypto don't understand what it takes. And really, it's over the last few months that I'm not someone that I'm on the insides of these builds. I'm not. I don't, but I'm connected to a few of, actually only one that I really understand how it operates and how it works, because I'm in a dialogue with the developer, Ouroboros. So I really understand that because I've been in the dialogue, and I see the labor of love and passion that it takes to to not just to be the founder and the builder, but the software engineer, the economist, the business person, everything, right? Um, so that's the value of a protocol like Ouroboros, like PTGC. Um, those are the two that I can think of where there's a visionary builder that's also the software engineer, developer, and mathematician, and economist, and business person, and really has figured it all out. And then with his or her community has actually grown it and adapted it to the market. That's why PTGC and Ouroboros in this cycle are the two DeFi protocols that I see that have really been led by principal developers, entrepreneurs, and are at different stages of development, but I think both of them have blue chip potential in their niche and will definitely sustain beyond this cycle. A lot of protocols and assets will disappear after this whole cycle. It always happens. Some will survive, small number. Eros is one of those that will definitely survive, mostly because there are no humans required, and because there will be a community of holders that will stay in the LP web, and we will buy the bottoms, right? We'll buy the bear market or I can't speak for anybody else. So assuming success, which we're having and we will continue to have, assuming success in this bullish part of this, even though a lot of people think it's the bear market, it's just a bearish trend in the bullish trend. And we've had success over the last 10 weeks, and we will continue to have success. And assuming that success, when the bear market comes, there will be capitulation. Not just Eros, but everything. That's how these cycles go. Some will capitulate less. The fee sharing platforms will capitulate less. Protocols and assets that have value that's intended to be deployed to buy and burn the asset, to be the perpetual buyer, they'll capitulate less. So I do think that Titanx assets that actually have buy and burns and have value backing Ethereum, mostly the Ethereum, but also Titanx backing buy and burns, back in the protocols. I think assuming those are being utilized to ease the landing into the from the blow off tops later in the cycle to the bear market, that's what I suppose they'll be used for, but I don't really know. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. I guess I'm done. Yeah, I need to go make art and do other stuff too. All right, peace out, y'all. Be well.